This time, let's try to answer the current events under general information. What is the local name of this native vine that is featured on the newly designed 5 peso coin recently released by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas? It is commonly known as the jade vine. The jade vine, it's waling-waling. Tayabak. 5 peso coin. What has been straining the Canadian-Filipino relations, prompting protests, petitions, stern-worded political threats, and even a demand for an official government inquiry? Canadian debt, Canadian embassy, Canadian foreign policy, Canadian trash, Canadian treatment of Filipino domestic helper, straining the Canadian-Filipino relations, prompting protests, petitions. It's the Canadian trash. Last April 26, 2018, this world-famous island was closed to tourists for 6 months and will undergo rehabilitation. It's Boracay Island. What are the 24-hour nationwide emergency hotlines? 24-hour, it's 888 and 911. Next. He was an English theoretical physicist, cosmologist, and author, and was famous for his scientific works about black holes. He died on March 13 at the age of 76. Cosmology, author of scientific work, black holes, it's Stephen Hawking. President Duterte was signed this law, which expands the services covered by PhilHealth and intends to include all Filipino citizens in the program. Accessible health law, PhilHealth law, mandatory PhilHealth membership law, it's the universal healthcare law. Next. From which country does the Miss Universe 2015 come from? 2015, Venezuela, Philippines. The DOJ indicted 11 members of the blank fraternity over the fatal hazing of University Santo Tomas law freshman student Horacio Athio Castillo III in September last year. It's Aegis Juris, Upsilon Sigma Phi, Tau Gamma Phi, Alpha Kappa Rho, it's Aegis Juris. On his third sauna, President Duterte told the members of the Senate to urgently pass this law to put in place a policy that will address our competing and requirements for food, housing, businesses, and environmental conservation. National Land Use Act, none of this, comprehensive land reform law, anti-illegal land conversion, passed to address competing land requirements. I think none of the above. National Land Use Act. A vehicular hit and run accident was reported to the police and a mobile patrol team arrived at the scene. The accident resulted in the death of a man. After obtaining a description of the box from some witnesses, the first action the police of the office should do is to inspect the site of the accident for leads, follow the fleeing car, take the victim to a hospital, radio the description of the fleeing car to prison headquarters, inform a television station to break the news. It's a vehicular accident was reported already to the police and mobile patrol team arrived at the scene. Already at the scene. The accident resulted that it should be inspect the site for the accident for leads. Radio the description of the fleeing car to the prison headquarters. He is the Philippine president who implemented the nationwide smoking ban. Rodrigo Duterte. Senator Manny Pacquiao founded this semi-professional basketball league on August 29, 2017. According to Pacquiao, the league is not intended to be a competitor to the Philippine Basketball Association, the country's top professional basketball league. Manny Pacman Basketball Association, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball Association, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, Manny Pacquiao Basketball, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. According to Article 31 of the ASEAN Charter, the chairmanship of ASEAN shall rotate annually based on the alphabetical order of the English names of member states. After Singapore chaired and hosted the ASEAN Summit last 2018, what country will assume the chairmanship is 2019. 2019 ASEAN, Thailand, Taiwan, Tajikistan, and Tonga. I think it's Thailand. Next. On June 4, 2018, 25 people died after this volcano in Guatemala erupted. Santa Maria, Pacaya, Volcan de Fuego, Acatanal. I think Santa Maria, Volcan de Fuego. The current Senate President of the Philippine Congress, it's the 17th, Abig Soto, Vicente Soto. On July 23, 2018, a total of 184 lawmakers voted him out as Speaker of the House. The same day, the 17th Congress opened its third regular session. Total of voted him out as a I think it's Pantaleon Alvarez. This program was launched by the DOTR, which greatly affected transport groups and resulted to several transport strikes because one of its provisions includes phasing out of jeepneys. POV modernization program, none of this. Jeepney phase out, jeepney modernization program. I think POV modernization program. He is the third richest man in China as of January 2018, as an estimated net worth of $40.8 billion, according to Forbes magazine. He was bestowed the title of Doctor of Science in Technopreneurship, honoris causa by the La Salle University in October 25, 2017. Obviously, it's JACMA. Materials that decompose into the soil can be broken down into natural components by biological elements are called biodegradable waste. Which of the following does not belong to the group? Eggshells, kitchen food scrap, cardboard boxes, garden waste, metal scrap. Metal scrap does not belong to the group. Next, last. When was the last presidential elections which resulted to the victory of Rodrigo Duterte? When was the last presidential elections which resulted to the victory of when was the last okay, show result. Good. Okay. Live according to Mahatma Gandhi as live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Good, 75%.